What's up, guys? So, I have a question for you. What's worse than a bunch of YouTubers moving in with each other? You guessed it, a bunch of kids from TikTok moving in with each other. So if you didn't know, a bunch of kids from TikTok and apparently YouTube came together and created the Hype House. The only people I recognize, though, are Charlie and Dixie and this guy people keep calling gay, but then only like to point out the fact that he's wearing nail polish. First off, Chuck Liddell wears nail polish, and second, have you seen the rest of him? The nail polish should be the least of your worries.
Bitch sit on my face, I attack that. Choose up.
But anyways, yeah, it's a bunch of kids living in a house together, and they call themselves the Hype House, which is kind of weird now that I think about it, because they live in the Hype House, but they're also called the Hype House. So in a very condensed version, because there are so many goddamn members, they're basically a bootleg Team 10. And I'm talking about like the original Team 10, not the new one with this family, this guy, this girl, this guy, this girl, these girls. I'm talking about when it was just a bunch of guys being dudes with a couple of girls. But now we got these imposters who think dancing in front of your camera and making videos like, caught my best friend doing this, where this David Dobrik knockoff just uses people more popular than him for views.
We're not kissing. We could be about to kiss. The thumbnail like this.
Okay, oh my god, that was so close!
And if you don't believe me, just look at his view count with Charlie and then without. Like, they even do that thing Jake Paul did whenever he shows someone and, like, their Instagram name pops up, like, you tag them.
Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Like, these kids want to be Team 10 in the Vlog Squad so bad, but the only thing is, they're popular on everything else but YouTube. Don't get me wrong, a couple of them have, you know, good amount of subscribers, but all of them are way more popular on their other social media. Like, some of their homies only have, like, 2,000-3,000 subs with, like, one video, and I damn near fucking qualify to be a part of them. Like, this dude with 3K is definitely not making much money off YouTube, and the other guy only has, like, 100,000 on TikTok, which means he probably isn't making much money there either. So, allegedly, they're probably having someone pay for them to be in that house. Or he's probably just one of the founding members and they don't care. What I'm getting at, though, is that if you want to come together with your homies and call yourself the Squad or whatever, then at least show us that you can provide us with content other than 1-minute dancing videos.
Bitch sit on my face, I attack that. Choose up.
Like, my guy Alex is the only one putting in work for the dudes on YouTube, and for the girls, it's more the same thing. We have 2 from TikTok, one who's employed and dating a YouTuber on the side. That's funny, I don't remember asking. The other 2 are your basic Instagram models with over a million followers. What? And if you're wondering why they have that many, just look at the pictures they post. Straight jerkin material, boys. One of them, though, does consistently upload on YouTube and is the subject for today's video. So, like Alex, this girl Daisy has a good amount of subscribers, but her videos don't show it unless she makes the thumbnail something like this. Other than that, her views are kind of low, at least for someone with 600,000 subscribers. The reason I chose her, though, is because 1, all these other people are just basically Instagram and TikTok famous, and they don't make YouTube videos. And 2, I saw a TikTok of someone making fun of something she said when she was doing her house tour, and then that's when I looked them up, and then I saw that they were just trying to be just like Team 10. So much so that they're even writing articles about it. Only again, I'm assuming that some of their parents are paying for them to be there, because if you think about it, rent split between that many people is gonna come in clutch when you're asking your parents to move out and don't have a job. But back to Daisy. So, the TikTok was making fun of something she said in her Vlogmas Day 2 video. So I watched that and then realized that there were 24 more days I had to watch because f*** me, right? But I watched all of them and I'm still not sure if I'm gonna go over all of them with you because I actually care about you guys. Like, just imagine Team 10, but whenever they filmed the video, they never left their room.
Alexa, turn on my balls.
5 years old.
And some people might find that interesting, but if you're like me and don't watch their videos regularly, or at all for that matter, then when you do start watching them, you'll start to realize stuff that their fans are blind to. Brace yourself, because I can only do so much to keep you entertained. So for Vlogmas Day 1, or as she likes to put it,
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Vlogmas Day 2.
it's basically just her moving into the Hype House. Like, right now she's going to explain to us why she's moving there.
So a lot of you guys are probably very, very confused because you've been seeing me at different places all the time, like living at different places. Well, that's because I have been living at different places.
So a lot of you are probably very confused about me being homeless, you know, like me living on the streets. Well, that's because I am homeless. Like, dog, some of these younger vloggers on YouTube have the worst sentence structure known to man, and you think they would improve because they talk so much, but nope. All of them have the linguistic skills of an 8th grader. So after 3 minutes of literal non-stop talking without anything interesting happening, we finally get to see her room, but just listen to how nonsensical these next 30 seconds are.
Here we freaking go. I got my screwdriver ready. My dad's got his paintbrush. So my job is to unscrew all these freaking outlet thingies, which this is the wrong attachment, Dad. So guys, I did a pretty good job apparently I gotta mask the baseboards, correct?
Yep.
And I just put tape along the sides of it. Okay, ladder, check. All right, Dad, what can I do next?
I mean, what can you do? You don't know what masking is. You did show us you know what a ladder looks like, so that's good. But your dad literally does not need your help. He's like, sweetie, please let me just paint the room you're making me pay rent for. Just kidding, she probably makes the second to most out of everybody in that house. So after they're done painting, they're now in another room, and out of nowhere, one of the boys she's filming suggests something.
You guys haven't seen my try-on hauls? What the fuck?
Do you want me to do something interesting for your vlog?
Yeah.
Want me to do like a flip?
Yeah.
And since the male to female ratio is like 7-to-1, for the next 3 minutes, all the boys just start doing backflips.
Oh, that was pretty good.
And then it ends with her talking about how sad her plants were when she was gone, and of course, how big her ass is.
It is. It's just very big.
Just like my ass. Sorry, everything else relates to my ass because my ass is big and I want everyone to know.
So that was it for Vlogmas Day 1. Kind of confused because it was called Vlogmas, but there was nothing Christmassy about the video. But hey, we still have 24 more vlogs to go. Maybe, because I'm starting to realize how repetitive this might get. So for day 2, she's actually going to take us on a tour inside the house, and I was kind of excited for this. I love the show MTV Cribs, so this could kind of be cool. But before she does show us the house, she says the stupidest thing ever.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Like, I can't wait to be living in one because I always knew that I was going to be successful and be living in a nice house one day. Not saying that the house I grew up in wasn't nice, it was.
How fucking douchey is that? I always knew that I was going to be successful and living in a big house. Like, dog, you're living in a house with 15 other guys. Like, if it was your house and you're letting your homies live there, then yeah, you could say that. But dog, you need every person in that house to be there or you wouldn't have it. Like, it's so stupid because this is the next thing she says.
And I want you guys all to know I'm so grateful for this. Like, I'm not just expecting this type of lifestyle. Like, this is so amazing.
Don't fucking lie, you're 100% expecting this lifestyle. The more you try to be humble after just saying some shit that wasn't humble, just makes you look like a fucking asshole. So after telling us over and over about how big the house is and that we need to prepare ourselves as if we haven't seen a fucking mansion before, we finally get to see the inside. Psych.
These are my stairs. They're quite cool.
Okay, who gives a fuck? Show us the inside.
And that's a fake plan. We can't.
How disappointed are you?
We can't have that. We can't have that here.
Throw it away.
This is unacceptable. How do you even do that?
That's an embarrassment.
Disgrace.
Bro, can I be a member of the Hype House? Like, all you guys gotta do is just post me to your story saying, hey, look, we got a new member, and then when I bump up to like 10k subs, I can guarantee you that my contribution will be greater than 90% of your current members. I will not only make more money than all of you, but I will never half-ass my videos.
Okay, ladder, check.
Like, if for some very stupid reason I join the Hype House, then people like her and 4K1vid over here gotta step up or dip, because you can't call yourself the Hype House when all your hype is on one app. Like, dude, she can't just show us the inside of the house. She has to stall and talk about the stairs, the fake plant. Like, your whole house is surrounded by plants. We get it. I'm more concerned about that sexy-ass shirt you're wearing. Can you put your elbows back as far as you can? I just want to see something real quick. So after we finally make it inside the house, just when you thought you were about to see some cool teenage mansion bachelor pad, we can't hear shit because of the echo from how empty the house is.
Guys, look at this. Like, the ceilings are so high. We want to put a trampoline right here and jump off there onto the trampoline. What do you think? And
So
I
super
basically
clean.
live with all guys and one other girl, so it's messy in here. It's inevitable. I know it's gonna happen. I try to tell them, but it's inevitable. I signed up for this.
So other than the fact that nobody is respecting her filming a video, I think the house is empty for 2 reasons. One, all these kids are like 15 to 20 and they didn't have any furniture to take when they moved out of their parents' house. And 2, this is just my assumption, but they can't afford furniture. Like, if you think about it, some of these people aren't making like a substantial amount of money from their social media. So whatever money they're getting from wherever it is, it's obviously going to the necessities like rent and food. Like, it's one thing to live in a mansion, but if you can't even fill it up with furniture, then there's no reason to have a house that big. Like, these guys think they're cool, but they can't even chill comfortably. My dude's on the stairs like, where the couch at, dog? Also, I know this vid's like a month or 2 old, but you can see in their like recent videos that they just moved some beanbag chairs into the living room. Also, you guys might want to pay attention here, but as she's going or walking by this table, the cameraman looks down at it for just a second, and to the untrained eye, you might just think, oh, it's just a bunch of drinks and stuff. Typical messy kid. kids. But if you're over 21 like me and can legally partake in the devil's lettuce, then you would notice that this object right here looks very similar to a dab pen. You can see what looks to be a regular pink and blue pen right next to it, but this one clearly looks like a battery, the cartridge with wax, and the white plastic tip. I may be wrong, but I am a seasoned veteran when it comes to this stuff, and not to mention, it's a house full of teenagers. But who knows, all these kids look like they're too scared to smoke anyways.
Bitch, sit on my face.
Welcome to our movie room. So there's obviously a lot of fixing up to do. We have like a vision what we do with everything, but this is just kind of like the house tour.
My girl said movie room. Y'all literally just put 2 chairs and beanbags with a projector sheet hanging from the ceiling. I could literally do the same setup in my bathroom. They literally do not know what to do with all that space. How about making the movie room the room that doesn't have a bunch of bookshelves? You know, the room for books. So after she talks again about how her plants are more happy in a house filled with screaming teenagers than a quiet apartment, she's about to show us someone else's room, but they aren't there.
Okay, so Papper lives in here. I don't think he's in there, but Papper. This is the same exact hallway.
Why even put that in the video? It's like, oh, you guys, here's the best room of the house. Oh, but they're not there? You guys can f*** off. Like, so far on this house tour, I've seen the outside of the house, the stairs, a fake plant, an empty living room, a dining room where illegal things take place, a movie room that consists of chairs and a sheet, more plants, and the door to somebody's room. What the f***? So here's another funny thing I noticed. Her room, like, she has her room all set up, okay? Like, it's painted and everything. She's ready to go. Then we skip ahead a little bit and see another room, and my dude only has a mattress. So after the worst house tour ever given is over, she goes outside and starts talking about other people's rooms instead of showing them to us, and then again starts talking about the fucking plants.
Oh, lemon tree right there. That's not my favorite tree, but ADD. I mean, okay. These are my favorite trees.
So looking through her videos, the next days of her Vlogmas, series or whatever, they're both aren't about Christmas and in my opinion not interesting. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was looking forward to seeing the house, but then as she's showing us the house, she says this.
And then there's our laundry room, but we don't have washer and dryers yet, so we're gonna figure it out. We've just been stinky.
After that, my expectations for what was to come next dropped. How are the oldest people in that house gonna be 21 and 20 and you guys don't have a washer and dryer? You live with 15 guys. Getting a washer and dryer is like pretty high on that list of priorities when it comes to moving into a new house. And it's also funny because on one of the videos, she says she took a break for a couple of days to work on her mental health and she didn't want to put out half-assed videos. But what she really meant is that it's hard as f*** to film, edit, and upload 25 videos in 25 days. I mean, I do it every 3 days, and that's still annoying. Like, out of the 25 vlogs she uploaded, the one people only watch is the Hype House tour, and I just showed you how awesome that was. And remember when I showed you that wax pen that was out in the open, allegedly? Well, if we skip all the way to her Vlogmas Day 21 video, around the 3-minute mark, she's filming her dog, but in the shot, you could see a bottle of Jack Daniels. Now, you don't have to be a genius to know that a bottle of alcohol in a house full of teenagers is not just sitting there for looks. Like, she's obviously smart enough to not show herself or anyone else drinking, but just listen to Charlie. I know she's not wasted, but she's getting there.
This is Charlie. Hi, I'm drinking Baja Blast, not doing Renegade Dance, which is hard to find, but I love you.
I don't know, dude. I've heard people talk when they're drunk, and at most, she's like for show tipsy.
I'm drinking Baja Blast, not doing Renegade Dance, which is hard to find.
But yeah, guys, I know I said I was going to go through all of her videos, but look, here are the titles for all of them. Why they're called Vlogmas? I asked her on Instagram and got no response. I will give her props though for trying to film 25 videos in 25 days. I know I'm not going to try that. I do it like I said, every 3 days, and that's fucking hell. And the other thing is that nobody is commenting about this, but you could tell that everyone is not treated the same in that house. Like, if you watch her videos and see her going to people's rooms, you'll see that, yeah, they live in a mansion, but they're not living that mansion lifestyle. At least for the people who are not as popular. Like in the video with the Jack Daniels, she's inside one of the boys' room. I don't know who it is, but you can see that he has a whole gaming setup and everything. But then she goes to another room and these kids are living like fucking squatters.
Addison, I need your help. Can you teach us that one dance?
Wow.
These kids are so blind to reality that they rather live like bums while their friends are upstairs in a bathroom the size of their fucking bedroom. But like I said before, if these kids actually showed us that they can live up to the hype, then yeah, I could understand buying a mansion. But right now, Daisy and Alex are the only ones that seem to be putting in work on anything other than TikTok and Instagram. Like all these other people are just famous for being pretty. Like, we get it, Charlie. You can dance in front of your camera. How about uploading a video to your YouTube already? You have 500,000. But what can you do? I'm not their parents, so why should I care? I only have nephews and nieces who think what you guys are doing is cool. Still not sure what you guys are exactly doing that is cool other than trying to be cool. But hey, as long as you don't show any more weed and alcohol in your vlogs, then we're cool. But as of right now, I have evidence that suggests both underage drinking and smoking are going on in that house. And since it looks like there's only one person in that house that's 21, I can only assume that you are providing them with the illicit substances. You're under arrest. But in all seriousness, I'm sure they'll slip up sooner or later. I mean, this guy said the N-word and her pics got leaked. Granted, they're not big infractions, but infractions turn into misdemeanors. Or jail time, because she's like 15. Anyways, guys, that's it. I was going to include more members in the video, but like I said, most of them don't have any content to review. Until next time, peace.
L7, baby, LL7. Know the essence of our presence. Got you present for a fact, baby. Reynolds rap, all the grass in the sack.